It is Group D, and we're going to be treated to a heavyweight matchup. Just a terrific group in general to keep an eye on. Wales and Netherlands have the early game, and then it's England and France. It feels too early for them to meet. It's a marquee matchup, Lisa.
Absolutely. I mean, match day one in this group stage, that's what we want to see. That's how we get the people on their feet. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. Here's how the odds are stacking up. Who's going to take it all? Spain, the favorites to win the Euros by quite a bit here.
They're your favorites, too. That's what you said the other day earlier this week. It's no wonder. Yeah, they're coming off of an incredible 2023 Women's World Cup, and frankly, the roster has not changed much for Spain, so of course they'll be at the top of this odds to win.
All right, well, we are here, Lisa, to talk the big matchup between France and England in the group stage. We're calling it a marquee matchup, but it is really a big one here on the group stage. Okay, England, yes, they are the defending champions, but how different is this team from 2022?
There's been a lot of change and a lot of turnover. The one constant is their head coach, Sarina Wiegman, who is going for her third Euros win. She won it with the Netherlands in 2017, of course with the Lionesses in 22, and hoping to repeat again with the England's women's national team. But there are a number of players that are missing. Goalkeeper Mary Earp, she announced her retirement just leading up to this Euros tournament. She was their #1 heading into it. Also, defender Millie Bright, she was unavailable for selection for this tournament. Fran Kirby, an incredible player for England, she was not called in and then announced her retirement. But the key thing about Earps, Kirby, and Bright, in 2022, they started every single match from the opening group stage game until the final to win the Euros. That's the biggest change. Leaders and veterans. However, there's a lot of youth that can help lead this team through this tournament.
I mean, huge not having Mary Earps. Is, Hannah Hampton ready to take over?
She is ready. Hannah Hampton was at the 2022 Euros. She didn't see the field at all during this tournament, but she followed Mary Earps around. She learned from her. And so much of being at international tournaments is just understanding the environment, the intensity of it, because this will be Hannah Hampton's first international cap. She's got 16 coming into this tournament, and over the last year and a half, she has started to take time off of Earps in these camps. So she was being poised to take over as the #1. It just leaves Sarina Wiegman without a security net, you could say at times. But Hannah Hampton is an incredible goalkeeper. Her shot-stopping ability is second to none. Her aerial presence is really dominant in the box for England, and plus her play out of the back with her feet has developed over the last year or two and been tremendous. She's coming off of a winning season with Chelsea in the Women's Super League and also winning co-Golden Glove in the WSL.
Looking forward to seeing her in net. But Lisa, you also really like France in this.
How can you not?
I mean, they are the most informed team coming into the Euros.
They absolutely are. This is a team that went on a run throughout qualifying. They won their 6 games, just absolutely dominating them. And they're doing it with a different style. Their new manager, Bonadé, has really tinkered between a 3-back, a 4-back. I think he's going to stick with a 4-back, roll out with a 4-3-3, but possession is much higher with this France national team than we've seen in the past. And they're doing that because they're starting their defense way higher up the pitch. It's the wing backs and the outside fullbacks that get higher, they put pressure on, and they're looking to wing the ball back higher up the field, quickly counterattack. The talent at this France national team, there's a lot of depth, and he's doing a really important job of putting the pieces into key places on the field to allow their individual strengths and creativity to shine, and that's what they hope to do in this tournament.
I know you talked about this a little bit yesterday, but he did leave 3 key players at home. Fresh energy, young legs. I mean, what is this about?
That's what he's hoping for. That's what he's hoping for. Really big names left off this roster. Eugénie Le Sommer, the #1 goal scorer for France. Kenza Dali, she has the most caps for France. And of course, the captain, Wendy Renard, not available and not at this camp. Huge changes. They are upset about this too. It was not at all the players' decision. A lot of it, all of it, came down to the new manager, Bonadé. He quoted Einstein when asked about this, and he said, "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again and expecting different results. We want different results." France has been a perennial semifinalist, quarterfinalist. They have never won a major tournament, an Olympics, a World Cup, or a Euros, and Bonadé is hoping to change that. And by leaving out some veteran players that are stalwarts with this team, he's hoping to do that, to inject some youth, some new life honestly pissing off some players as well in the run of this to say, let's get us to the podium. Let's get us to the final of the Euros and lift our first major trophy.
I mean, light that fire, right? Okay,
This is one way to do it.
You quoted Einstein. Look how it worked out for Einstein. Okay, let's take a look at the 22 here.
This is what we're projected to see line up between France and England for the starting lineup. I'm going to start with England because we have seen Sarina Wiegman tinker with players coming in and out of injury. In this left back role, number 16, Jess Carter, she has earned her way into this lineup, proving that on both sides of the ball she can get forward. She's a defensive player. She even got an assist in their last lead-up match against Jamaica. But a lot of it comes down to this middle group with Stanway and Kira Walsh. They are going to sit a little deeper in behind Toon. They're going to shift off between who stays back a little bit more, can stop the transition from France, and also help to build out. And the attack all centers around Alessia Russo, number 23. She scored 20 goals across all competitions last year in England. She is an electric player that has a nose for goal. She's a poacher in the box. She's really physical as well. She's going to body up players, and then it's Hemp and Mead flanking her on either sides to help get in behind. Let's take a look at this France side, though, because I am so keyed in on the left side of the field at the top. Bacha, Karchaoui, and Baltimore. This is a dynamic trio that combines really well. They have a lot of interchange, and that's so difficult to defend against when the left back in Bacha is high up the field. She's in the center. She's in the attacking 18. Defensively for England, it's really difficult to keep track of all those players. Up top with Marie-Antoinette Kototo, she is an unbelievable force to be reckoned with. Her shots from distance, her combination play in and around the 18 box, plus Diani on this right side. She can whip balls in, left foot, right foot. She picks out passes like Kototo's head. Imagine to see that combination a lot. But it's that left side for France and then these front two of Kototo and Diani that hurt teams. They do it consistently, and we've seen them do it all throughout the run up to this Euros in their qualifiers.
So how do you see this actually playing out?
We might see some changes. There's, for England's side, Lauren James. She is coming back from an injury. She played 27 minutes off the bench in the run-in match for England against Jamaica. And man, she looked pretty good. For a player that hasn't played in several months, she could be working her way into the starting lineup. I don't think Sarina Wiegman will tinker with that quite yet, but it's a good weapon to have. Chloe Kelly, also off the bench. She just re-signed with Arsenal or signed with Arsenal. So there's a lot of different weapons that can come in off the bench and hurt for these teams.
Here's how the odds for the game are stacking up. What do you think? I mean, it's pretty close, right?
This is pretty close.
Like this?
I like this a lot. Now, this is the game in the group stage that is going to determine how this happened. It sets the tone. I am going to take England in this win, though, because a fun fact for you, Naoko, no reigning champion has ever lost their opening group stage match at the next Euros in the competition. And I don't think Sarina Wiegman is going to let that happen this time around.
Don't want to be the first.
She does not want to be that record holder for that one. Absolutely not.
Well, this is a huge game to watch, and that's going to be Saturday. Can't wait for it.
Ooh, you know where I'll be. You know exactly where I'll be, on my couch watching these games, and then, of course, watching Attacking Third after.
Yes. Be sure to tune into Attacking Third. Okay, we do have some games today, though. This is Group B action: Belgium and Italy, Spain and Portugal. And there will be a moment of silence, of course, for Diogo Jota and Andre Silva before all of the games.